This is Exploring Britain, the series in which I visit some of Britain's less celebrated towns and cities. I'm with Rob Kellas from TPD TV.
Hello.
We're in Doncaster. Have you been in Doncaster before, Rob?
I'm from Yorkshire, so I've been a few times, but never on purpose. This is my first purpose-built visit to Doncaster. I'm normally here because of an accident, like if there's like a delay on the train or a cancellation, and then I can go in the shopping centre, but that's about all I've seen really.
Seems to be some kind of high street, Rob.
Yeah, do you know what? First impression, it looks nicer than I imagined. I thought it'd be one of those where, you know, you got the old Argos and the Argos logo is from like the 90s.
Yeah.
But this first impression, it's bustling, there's people out. Sun's just come out this second, so I can justify wearing these. TK Maxx, I mean, there's definitely going to be like TK Maxx, CEX, cash converters around here. Looks all right.
What do you know about Doncaster? I'll tell you what I know. Horse racing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do horse racing here.
I know that's where MC Devo's from.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And, David Firth, the creator of Salad Fingers, amongst many other great works. So that's about it, really.
Work of art?
Yeah, a minor.
A minor.
A minor. And someone's had a nice start to the day here with a jumbo-sized bottle of VK.
Give us some education, Rob.
In 2017, Doncaster Council decided to mark the incredible history of Doncaster coal mines. There's a QR code you can scan where you can watch a film. We're going to do one of my favourite things at my request, actually. Thank you for allowing this in your pre-built schedule, Robbie. We're going to look in the CEX.
You did call it the CEX.
I knew it, mate. I could sense it. I love CEX, you know.
What do you like so much about CEX?
I'm a big retro gamer and video game collector. It might surprise some of you out there. I'm actually a bit nerdy, would you believe? And they've got some good stuff in here. Sometimes it's also interesting to see some of the stuff that they're just obviously never ever going to sell. So we'll try and find an example of that on this very short visit.
When we come out, can you give us a review of this compared to other CEXs?
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty good from the start. It's quite sizable. It's bigger than the one in Leeds. So not the best one I've been in, far from the worst. The worst is Glasgow. Have you been to Glasgow yet?
I've been to Glasgow, but
I've
I've been
on this series?
No.
You should definitely do that.
I love Glasgow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
going to Glasgow this summer to see Alanis Morissette.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to see her, you know.
Me too, I've never seen her before.
Yeah.
I've really got into Alanis Morissette in the last 6 months.
Just a bit late there, but...
Missed the boat a little, but...
Yeah. CEX, not great. They did have some good retro stuff in there, but as typical any high street thing, it's always going to be overpriced, but it's a solid 5 out of 10, that middle of the road, nothing special.
What's this bit here, Rob?
It looks like a kind of slightly more upscale high street based on the pillars.
Got pillars?
I say upscale, they've got the flannels.
What do you make of flannels?
Oh, I don't care for any of that shit, mate, to be honest. Can we swear?
Yeah, I'll beep it.
Oh, okay, I'll try and
it's
swear.
It's extra work. Yeah, I think flannels is closed for drug dealers.
It's a bit cringe for me, is flannels. I don't really like any designer stuff, which is handy because I also can't afford any of it. Yeah. So both those go hand in hand.
Yeah, fair enough.
Streetwear and designer are two very different things.
I'm not sure this bit's as fancy as we thought it was going to be.
No, maybe not. Maybe it was just the flannels logo. I mean, it does look like a nice Wetherspoons, that, to be fair.
Yeah. I think this is it, mate, the Minster.
I think it is, mate. What gave it away? The beautiful architecture. I wonder when this was built. These are these hundreds of, they're not thousands of years old, are they, typically?
No, not thousands. Hundreds, I reckon.
300-400?
I wouldn't want to.
I have no frame of reference.
I'm going to guess. I reckon this was built in 1184.
Oh, so that's a long time.
I don't know. I've completely made it up.
But the thing is, back in the day, they'd take the piss building and like you hear these stories of it took them 200 years to build it.
Yeah.
God, what were they doing?
I'm getting 1184. What year do you reckon?
Oh, it's newer than that. I'm going to say 1645. What would you come here for?
What, to a cathedral?
Obviously, it's an active church, right?
Yeah, you come to pray or you have come to have a look around.
But what?
It's like you go to a
So
castle.
us who've not come to pray.
Yeah, we've come to have a look around. It's like you go to a castle. You're not there because you're worried about barbarians.
Meet the king.
Yeah,
You know?
fair enough. Well,
I went
there's an archbishop or something.
I went to Edinburgh Castle. Have you been?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I spent about 10 minutes in there and I was out.
What, boring?
It's just not for me.
Do you like any historical things?
I like old cars, if that counts.
When you die, would you like to be in a tomb?
I don't want to be. I'd like to be buried. A tomb's a bit grand. See how big the ego is
but if
by
budget's
that time.
if budget's no question, a little mausoleum.
I mean, why little? If the budget's no question, eh? No, I know I don't want to be cremated, but I've not quite decided
I'm not
where
sure I want to
yet.
be cremated. Seems a bit horrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you end up in like a cardboard remains tube. Obviously, you can put it in a nice urn, but I've never seen that done with like personal family members who've been cremated. We just keep them in the cardboard tube. I don't want to be in the cardboard tube.
So we had a look inside the Minster. We didn't do any filming there because they're doing a lunch for the homeless, which is a nice touch, isn't it?
I mean, I got the impression they do that every day.
Yeah.
Which was nice. People getting fed, people having a warm drink in there. So yeah, as you say,
we won't be. We don't want to.
We thought we'd save money getting a Starbucks and we'd just go in there for our coffee. So we're recaffeinating now. And guess what? It's not even as old as it looks.
No, this is a rebuild of a church.
copy.
The old one burnt down, and this was built in the 1850s?
1850s, 1860s. So really, it's a
Neither of us know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was more right than you.
Yeah, but was the one it was copied from more right?
We weren't saying
We'll
that.
never know.
We were saying when was this one built?
Well, are you telling me that from across the road you went, I think this is actually a rebuild? Of the
I
Gothic?
know more than you think
Yeah.
about these old cathedral things,
Fair
mate.
enough. Well, I apologise. I look forward to more knowledge from you, Rob, as we carry on.
Oh, that's it now. That's it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. This looks nice.
So this must be the wool market here. That does
The
look
what
nice.
market, sorry?
The wool market.
Wall.
Wool.
Wool market.
W-O-O-L.
Like a jumper.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Oh, this looks lovely.
Check it out.
This
There's
is-
bars
this is
here
more
as well.
like it,
This
man.
is. I can see this
Look
descending.
at this. A few Star Brahmins in the sun, eh? They hate to see us coming.
I can see this descending from a useful tourist video to just boozing.
We've had our free coffee at the church, now it's time for the Star. We didn't have the
No,
coffee. I just want
we
to
need
make
to
that
stop
really
saying
clear.
that.
We did not have the coffee. Robbie had 2. I didn't have any.
Mate, I've got some sad news.
Yeah?
It's not open on Mondays.
You kid, it's Tuesday.
It's not open on Tuesday either.
For God, when is it open?
Thursday.
It's open on Thursdays. Why build it then? It's clearly like had some rejuvenation gone into it. They've put the effort in to paint the benches. It's
I
a
do
lovely
this a
sunny
lot.
day.
I always come and do these things on like Mondays or Tuesdays. And nothing's open. I don't know why I don't learn.
But the thing is, what you're showing is a potential real world scenario. Do you know, people will come here on a Monday
Yeah.
and a Tuesday and a Wednesday and then find out that it's closed. That is a shame because I'm a sucker for some independent street food.
Cheers, Rob.
Cheers, mate. To the
The
good life.
earliest I've drunk on one of these. In fact, only the second time I've drunk, I think.
Well, we got to change that.
You do a lot of travelling, Rob.
Yeah.
Are you doing well in any of the aeroplane frequent flyer clubs?
Not
'Cause
really.
You get those like, I like that they're split into alliances, like the One World Alliance. It sounds like something out of Star Wars.
So most of the flights that we take are to Europe, so they're on the budget airlines.
Yeah.
Because we'll always choose, obviously, the cheapest option. But we've got some decent credit with Virgin Atlantic now,
Have you?
because we do fly up very often with Virgin over to the States and over to Japan later in the year. I think that's a Virgin, and so we've got a few points on there. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's tailored for like businessmen in it who are flying like every week.
Like us, we're businessmen.
Well, you know, we're like modern businessmen. But it's
We're like businessmen, but cool.
yeah, you know, we're having a drink at 1:45 in the afternoon. That's not that early,
Yeah.
but Yeah, so we've got a few decent points on Virgin Flying Club, they call it.
Yep.
And when I say a few decent points, I mean almost enough for a one-way trip to Los Angeles economy.
Have you got a favourite type of food, a favourite genre of food?
I'm really on the Mexican at the minute, mate.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Constantly on the pursuit for the best taco. And I'll travel for the taco. I mean, I drove to Chester for the taco.
Yeah.
Went to Manchester for the taco, not too far from Leeds. But, you know, I'm committed to the cause.
Rob, exciting times now because I get to do my best Diary of a CEO impression. Okay,
right.
Tell me a sad story.
Oh, I've got loads. It's been 5 long years now since the passing of my beloved...
Have you ever had a Huel? I'm actually really excited about this ad because I am a Huel customer and I've been enjoying Huel for years. My Huel of choice? The Hot and Savoury Meal Pack. Hot and Savoury Huel contains all the nutrients the human body needs, the right amount of carbohydrate, protein, fibre, fats, vitamins, minerals. I've run out of fingers. And it's all in one very convenient and easy to use sachet. When I'm travelling, I'll often take some Hot and Savoury Huel with me, so I know I can get a good meal wherever I am in the country. And when I was on the Happy Hour tour last year, I took some Hot and Savoury Huel to have on the tour bus. It's also fully vegan and very good value. It starts at £2.80 a meal. You can't get many meals for £2.80 these days. Cosy lives, innit? All you need to add to your Huel is hot water. Put Huel in pot, add water to Huel, stir Huel, wait 5 minutes, eat Huel. Lovely. I think I've probably tried every flavour of Hot and Savoury Huel over the years, and they're all good. But this one, the Madras one, is absolutely tremendous. Now I know what some of you like. You're going to be going, oh, a bit Madras Hot and Savoury Huel isn't that good, Robbie. You're just saying that for the advert. No, you're wrong. So scan that massive thing next to me, whatever that is, or click the link in the description, use code Robbie at checkout, and you're going to get a lovely little discount. And when you try the Madras flavoured Huel, and you want to apologise to me, I'll be waiting here for you. Just go get yourself some Huel, or you're going to make myself and Stephen Bartlett angry. Right, so Rob, we're just here, and what have we just spotted
literally
over your shoulder?
In the YouTube game, a lot of stuff is kind of, you know, reverse engineered. This wasn't. Mexican street food.
We're going, God, if only there was somewhere around we could get some Mexican street food, and then
literally
it's literally in our vision.
Excellent.
We'll go there after this.
Taco after this?
Yeah, taco.
Buzzing.
Disappointment, Rob.
I know, so it literally says Mexican street food.
Cantina, yeah.
It's called Cantina.
Yeah, she said we're going to get the sign changed. She said, when did you stop doing food? She went, after COVID.
5 years ago. But to be fair, I mean, second person we've met, the guy,
was lovely.
Yeah, really nice. Made the effort to literally make some recommendations for some other places. Even left the premises. I'm pretty sure she's the only one working at the minute, so left the premises unattended, perhaps, to show us some places to go.
It looks lovely bar in there. If we hadn't already had a beer,
I know. The thing is, mate, I want a taco now.
I want a taco, but she said she doesn't think there's any Mexican stuff. Let's get some other food, and then we can try and salvage this video.
Yeah, I'm sure if anyone can do it, mate, it's me and you.
Right, mate.
Britain's best burger takeaway 2022.
Let me treat you to a burger.
I would be very happy to receive a burger, mate. Oh, well.
Dope burger review.
It was good.
It was good. Really nice food.
Yeah.
I've done the
nice.
same thing I did in Peterborough with Stevie White, where I've eaten a really heavy meal now and feel like I just want to have a sleep.
Yeah, I ran out of steam as soon as I had the last bite.
Insane menu. There's about 500 things on there.
Too much choice. As I was saying, when you go somewhere and they've got like 3 items, you know, all 3 are going to be brilliant. This place had 60 items, perhaps.
I like that the graphics are a bit like they designed the restaurant in like 1991.
Yeah, well, I mean, like most of Doncaster, it's firmly rooted in the past, like the cathedral.
Right. Well, let's go and have a little treat because I'm going to take us to a museum.
Okay.
Of aeroplanes.
Oh, excellent. I don't spend enough time at the airport, Robbie. Thanks very much.
I tell you what, Rob, this is right up my street.
Are you into like planes?
No, I like trains, but these are just like trains of the sky, aren't they?
That's exactly what I would call them. I'm not really into planes either, but I'll definitely take the opportunity to get up close and personal. And there's a helicopter. I mean, to be fair, mate, this looks great from what I can see, and that's just outside. Imagine what they got in there, maybe a Concorde.
If you had this or if the choice of looking at transport stuff or some ancient artifacts, it's modern stuff every day.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Ancient artifacts are too removed from me, but planes, they're cool, aren't they? And you can add a little personality to each one.
Let's go around and work out their personalities.
All right, let's figure it out. You ever met a pilot?
Yeah, on planes, not just in general.
Have you had like a chat with them though?
No, have you?
No, but like to me, that's like a real rock star. I'd rather have a chat with a commercial airline pilot than like most other professions. Like I'd love to just be like, what is it like flying a plane?
Would you like to go in a helicopter, or have you ever been in a helicopter?
I've never been in one. I'm not opposed to it, though I would be quite nervous.
It feels like that's how rich people all die.
Well, a lot of them have, and that's why I'd be quite nervous, though I'm not rich, so I might be saved by the helicopter. But we're going to get one to the bottom of the Grand Canyon once.
Yeah.
But that never came to fruition.
To the bottom?
Yeah, you can get it to the bottom, and then
oh, wow.
You sit down and have like some champagne there.
Is this for shooting down aeroplanes?
Yes.
It seems a bit weird.
That and anti-tank as well.
It seems weird having something that kills airplanes at the airplane museum.
How do you think they get them?
It's like going to the zoo and them showing you a stun gun.
That's how they get them. They shoot them out of the sky.
It's a tight fit, isn't it? So does the navigator go in this little hole? Why is there a see-through bit at the front?
For the cameras. I use camera as a rudimentary, incorrect term. I mean, there must be some optical equipment like a radar. I mean, I don't know. Someone's going to correct me embarrassingly, but there must be some kind of like detection system in there or something.
If I know one thing about aeroplane people is that they're very keen to tell you about aeroplanes.
So
sure I reckon the comments.
They sure
the comments.
We're going to
find out.
The aviation community are going to play hell with us.
Do you know what having the front of all these aeroplanes feels like? You know when people like shoot animals and just put their heads on the wall?
Yeah, like the trophy book.
It's like they've done that with planes. These will never not be funny.
It's got a step because it's designed for a child. Normally these are meant to be like exciting, aren't they? And like stuff you could never possibly be in real life. This is just dressed like a, I was going to say sailor, but it's definitely
like
not. Is it? We're in the aviation museum.
Rob, I don't think I'd be very good in a war.
Oh, I'd be terrible.
But like, you know when you see like people in war zones and they're all really brave? Like, I wouldn't be.
No, me either, mate.
I'd be a pussy. I'd run away.
Imagine if they had, what's it called where you don't have a choice? They do it in like Korea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
I just wouldn't.
Me showing up on the front lines.
I think we need to make sure that our leaders know that if they get us into a war, we're not going to be like,
well, we're
the good
both
countries.
too old now.
No.
Well, I'm too old. You're definitely too old, with respect.
No, I don't think we are. Not if there's a
we are, mate.
Not if there's a desperation
do you know what?
for a war.
I think my knee's going as well, so I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I just think we wouldn't be good.
Do you know what? It does legitimately make you like, when you realise how useless you would be.
Yeah.
It makes you really appreciate those that did go and serve, because, God, I mean, it must have been some time, eh?
This plane's got no wings. That wouldn't work well. I don't know a lot about planes.
I didn't even notice that until you just mentioned it, but of course it doesn't have any wings.
I find it funny that they've, like, obviously they can fit more stuff in if they don't have the wings and stuff on, if they just cut the front off. But it just feels a bit funny. I think if I was into planes, I'd want to see the wings.
Well, yeah, you'd rather see the whole plane than a load of decapitated planes, right? I wonder if there's just no tech past the cockpit So they just cut it there, and it's like we can always just reattach this if we need to. But here's the bulk of like.
I guess you just fit more in.
Can you imagine being on a plane and someone just sparks up a cigarette next to you? It's wild.
It used to happen, didn't it?
I mean, it was the norm. And then there was smoking areas, and there was a time where you just, but imagine, I don't like someone touching my armrest. Never mind sparking up a cigarette, man. It's ridiculous. You could live in there. It's bigger than my flat.
You don't realise how big they are, do you?
You really don't. When you see them up at Sky, I mean, you probably don't see these, but I mean, that is huge. I wonder what the biggest helicopter ever is.
Could Google it.
Could do, but...
Won't though, will we?
Where's the fun? You seen they do those Airbnbs that's like an old plane?
Yeah.
I'd love to stay on one of them. I think I like planes.
I think I like planes. Are we plane guys now?
I think we are, mate.
This museum's made us plane guys.
Hell yeah. I've got excellent news.
What?
They've just released Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2.
I feel last time we met up, they just released the first trailer for it.
Maybe we're what the world needs. Oh, 2 minutes and 50.
All right, I'm going to start recording and watch it.
What is this?
This is Doncaster Racecourse, I believe, which is famous. It's big, isn't it? Look how big the stands are over there.
And it's for horses.
Yeah.
I was going to say greyhounds would have a...
Big old greyhounds.
Yeah. I've never been to a race.
It's not...
I don't have the
not
wardrobe for it. You've got to dress sharp, haven't you?
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily is just posh people. I think it's
Yeah, insufferable.
a mix. Nothing. Whenever I see anyone go to Cheltenham or something like horse racing, I never think, oh, I'd like to go to horse racing.
Neither do I. Now I'm, yeah. If anything, we get the more exclusive look at it when Knox going on.
Yeah. Right, Rob, on your jump. We'll give it a go.
For God's sake.
Come on. It's hard work being a horse.
This
is so demeaning for all you.
It's demeaning for both of us.
Well, Rob, we've reached the end of our time in Doncaster. How have you found it?
I've had a lovely day with you. You're always a fantastic company.
Thank you.
And it's always better than you think. Like, I have quite a low opinion of Doncaster generally. Being from Yorkshire, it's not known as the jewel of Yorkshire. But I have had a lovely day.
I think it's really nice. I think the museum was great. I think the wool market would have been great if we go in.
And
people are lovely.
Mexican food would have been nice.
Mexican food would have been good. The people have been absolutely lovely. Really friendly place. Generally, would Doncaster again. I do remember I did come into Doncaster once in the 1990s because we were driving from Sheffield with my brother, and he said that the chip shop of the year at the time was in Doncaster.
In the 90s?
In the 90s, we went there. I don't know if it's
not super relevant now, though, that.
Not really, no. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for Rob
After this, go and check out the Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2 that
we'll
dropped
put a link down
today.
Excellent.
I'm going to go get some fuel.
Okay, marvellous. I'm going to do the same. Right.
All right, good to see you.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Need to get the camera.